Tell me who Doug is.
Huh. Doug. I love being Doug. It's such a surprise. Because I had no idea how full my life would be. And how I'm just so touched when I touch people and see their lives transform, man. People flower like Penny. You know, she just went from being almost suicidal to, just loving her life and her strangeness and all that she is. So I don't know, man. It's been a journey. And I know I must have done this kind of stuff before because I had no idea the impact. I've never realized the impact I had on everything until recently. And I see the zillions of people, or not zillions, but not thousands of people that I've touched in one way or another in lots of different ways. And I'm realizing how profound it all is. And how we're all just interconnected to this force. We're all part of the same thing. So whenever I get anybody in the flow, man, it's just like I'm just getting another piece of me in the flow. So it's very selfish. And I get so much pleasure. I had so much fun working on those girls last night. And showing them a whole different dimension of existence, just working on their bodies. And they were just, I could see the lights turning on. So I get them in the flow. I kind of like that they're a lesbian couple, you know, and a wife and all that. They were so sweet. But I know there was probably a little edge that Wendy probably had coming in, you know, because this amazing being turns out to be a reflector, 1 in 100 beings. Jane, she has this beautiful wife, and they've been together for 17 years. It's fascinating. And I kind of reflected to them, if I was a girl, I'd be a lesbian too. I think they appreciate that resonance. But I got them on the table and I showed them, and I was on fire somehow last night. After a whole day of seminar, all day yesterday, learning all this new stuff, I just got a download about really learning how to test the chemistry side of things. But after being with all those people all day in that seminar, I realized that my technique is the fucking coolest technique on the fucking planet. All these chiropractors I saw, and they were all great, and they're doing cool things, but nobody gets anybody in the flow like I do, multidimensionally. And it just happens to be my design. I've got that channel of rhythm and flow and channel the alpha, and I'm just here to guide people in the flow. And I realize how helpless I am in that. I had no other choice because it's just the nature of my frequency and my geometry to drag everybody into the flow because it's very magnetic and everybody wants a piece of it. So it's kind of cool to recognize that. And these two beautiful Filipina ladies turning on to the whole functional aspect of how you can ask the body questions and how the body's so intelligent. And it knows exactly where it's fucked up. But nobody ever bothers asking it. And so I got this way of asking very specific, what to unravel. And then you see them, and they could feel the flow, man. They could feel the flow immediately. And that was so fun to share that. And then introduce them to the human design. And it was, what a surprise when I pop up on the screen and there's a reflector, change the reflector, all the chakras wide open, 1 in 100. They're very rare. And it gave her such a sense of relief and self-acceptance and self-empowerment. How to proceed in this crazy, wild world. Because if you're relied on the conditioning deal, man, like everybody is, these times of transition and transformation we're going through could be very oppressive. And she's, because the reflector like that is so wide open in their chakra system, just like Drew, he's almost like a reflector, except he's got a mind that won't shut up. And they're all, because they're just receiving, they're getting conditioned completely. So I have the grace of having this central geometry that I can just kind of rest in my luminosity, and that's how I know I don't get sick. I'll never get that virus. And I always felt no vulnerability to it at all. And I always felt we've been getting scammed. I'm sure everybody agrees with me. I wish everybody agreed with me. I'm surprised at the people that have kind of gotten the jab. You know, I have compassion and concern for those folks, because it was just totally motivated by fear. In this wild, crazy world where we have nothing but you wouldn't expect people to take fucking advantage of people and fuck them and have genocide, because that's basically what's happening. Possibly. It looks that way. They've written about it and so forth. So anyway, I guess I'm kind of a little bit of the antidote to all that. And I like it that way. And I will never, ever, ever comply with any of their bullshit. I would be happy to get my brains blown out before I take any vaccine or anything like that, which is really ridiculous. But I really feel that way. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so I didn't realize how amazingly intense this ride would be in this life. Because it snowballed, snowballed my whole life. It's kind of built up. I was grooving the whole time, just having fun. But this, after the last 20 years, and I can't believe it's been 20 years since Kyle was here. Found this house almost 20 years ago. And it's like a blink of an eye, man. But a lot happened in that blink of an eye. A whole bunch of synthesis and transformations and craziness. I'm lucky to be alive, out of jail, and free and so happy. And yeah, it's been a good ride. Blessings.